What do you own? A dinosaur? You don't own it. The moon? Elon's working on it. Your ex's Netflix? Definitely don't own it. An island? In your dreams. Your thoughts? Jury's still out. Your .com? Just renting, baby. That cute puppy? The puppy owns you. So, what can you truly own? A handshake domain. Own the name. Own the dot.
Hi guys, I hope you can hear me. So if you can hear me, please give me a sign. Perfect. Okay, glad to be back this year and do another presentation on ShakeShift. I've been at HandyCon last year and did a presentation. And today I want to show you, in the first about 10 minutes, I want to show you what I've been working on the last year, show you the new features. I've also rolled out a new update today with some new features, and afterwards, I hope then Mike can join so we can do a bit Q&A and stuff like that, and I will share a little bit about what's planned for the next year. Okay, so let's start. It was in March, and the first, basically it was where I announced the rebrand to ShakeShift, and I think that went pretty well, and basically everyone knows what is meant when people refer to ShakeShift. So I think that's a pretty nice thing. Let me guide you through the new features. So basically in April, I rolled out a little update, and since then the name resources are a little bit more detailed. For example, if we go to Woodburn, then you can see the history, like all the records this name had previously. It will also show the raw record. If you, for example, don't put regular records there, but some arbitrary data, then you can easily look it up here, and it will show you all the details for how long it has been live and after which time it has been replaced. And for example, what was the size of this record. So the limit is 512 bytes, and so you can easily see how much your records take. So in this update, I also added a new list with airdrops. So if you go there, you can see all the airdrops that have been issued to sponsors and developers, and like all the open source developers who claimed the airdrop. You can look it up here, when it was claimed or issued, the amount and the fee that was paid, and you also can go to the address and see if it has been spent or not. So then I also in May, I try to make an update like every month or two. So last year it was pretty much every month, and in May I added some more details for the reveal tab. Like you can see all the auctions that have been completed and see let's go somewhere else. You can see like the result and the highest bid already, and this one hasn't been revealed yet, so you don't see anything. But as soon as the name as an auction has, or as any bid has been revealed, then you can see the result immediately. For example, we can go to JavaScript, which is a pretty nice TLD, and you can see all the bids there. And as soon as the highest bid is determined, as soon as there are no higher lockups that can be revealed, it will be highlighted in green. So you can see immediately who has won. You can also go to the bid and reveal transaction and all that stuff, but I'm not going to go into that. But let's go to June, which was a pretty big update. I added like SLD data for the price information for the new namebase registry, which came out this month. And I also added the ShakeStation registry and all their SLDs. But as you can see right now, I released a new version today, and since both ShakeStation and the namebase were down, were not available, their APIs, yeah, this data is missing, but this will come back as soon as possible. Yeah, then I also added new pool details. You can see all the mining pools on Handshake and the current hash rates over the last 30 days, 10 days, 3 days, and 24 hours. I think that's pretty interesting. As Mike mentioned previously in the previous session, via BTC had a little issue with their data center, and they didn't mine blocks for almost a day. And then you can immediately see the miners switching to other pools. So basically, via BTC had a pretty large percentage of the hash rate before, and this went a little bit down as miners went to other pools. And I think that's a pretty good development because, yeah, 50% is still too much, but 70% of the hash rate for one pool or by one pool is definitely too much. But yeah, you can see all the details, all the pools that have mined previously and how much revenue they made and stuff like that. And then there's also a hash rate view that shows the network hash rate also over the last 30, 10, 3, and 24 3 days and 24 hours. And you can also see for the recent days, recent months, and you can basically see the hash rate for any given day since the launch of the mainnet. Also for each month, if you prefer that. Yeah, I think who is interested in that will find this pretty interesting. And I also added the halving schedule. As you can see, the next halving is scheduled for July this year, and the block subsidy will go down from currently 1,000 HNS to 500 HNS per block. Yeah, you can see the block subsidies will continue until the year 2120, so it's still a little bit time to go. Yeah, just checking if you can still hear me. Yeah, it looks fine, so let me get back to that. So in July, there was the Airstop soft fork that went live, and I rushed to create some views that show further information. Like basically you were able to watch like the signaling, like each pool had to, or like the majority, 95% of the pools had to signal that they support this soft fork. And you can see basically the first period in red is the pools that didn't signal. Like this was the first block, and then it continued. And at the end of this first period, you can see the first pool starting to signal. Second period, much more green, but the 95% threshold was still not reached this period. So there was the third period in which basically all the pools except for 4 blocks, everyone was signaling, and the Airstop soft fork went live. What was Airstop? That was basically, so when Handshake launched, a large amount of the supply was allocated to open source developers. And yes, so basically 216,000 open source developers who had their public keys published on GitHub were able to claim an airdrop for 1,200 HNS each, but only a small number actually did. So then the community decided after 6 years, or after a bit more than 5 years, to end this airdrop program. And basically this ensured that the supply in the future will only come from the block subsidies. So the new coins issued will only be issued by the block subsidies, so they can only be earned by securing the network. A large amount of the supply basically was made sure that it will never be issued. So the effective maximum, instead of 2.04 billion initially, is only 854 million HNS right now. So it will never be more than that. And since coins are also burned, this will only decrease further from here. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can go to the stats page and look it all up. Okay, back to September now. So then I launched like this nice autocomplete feature. Again, Woodburn. You can, yeah, it will give you all the names that will match your current search phrase. I don't have to tell more about that. Let's go to October. Basically, a little update then. Since then, you can switch between the local time for you, which is UTC +1 for me, and yeah, the UTC. So whatever you prefer, you can switch here. And you can also disable the autocomplete if you don't want your keystrokes to be sent to the server or don't like this feature, then just disable it. In November, that was a pretty nice addition, in my opinion. I've added this sales tab. Basically, you can look up all the aftermarket sales that were completed on Namebase, ShakeStation, and Flamingo Handshake. You can find it all here, all the sales. You can sort them. You can see the Bitcoin price at the point of sale or the US dollar price, which is pretty interesting for some names, like .s was sold for 750K back in 2022 at the Flamingo auction, which was also at HandyCon, I think. So yeah, and there will be another Flamingo auction, I think, on day 3 of this HandyCon, as far as I know. So I hope I can add some new sales, some nice sales again in a few days. You can also go to the names and you will also find the sales for each individual name, which has a sale. You will find it here under the sales tab. Let's go to December. This is my favorite new feature. There are a lot of Unicode names which are not ASCII only, but have like special characters and stuff like that. You can basically click on any of these names and the title, click on it, and you can see all the individual code points. So you can see how the name is composed and which code points, which characters it contains. And this is especially helpful if you are into emoji domains. And it also has this little warning, like if it contains 0 with joiners, then you should pay attention. This is not it looks like a nice domain, this registered sign, but it's not really this registered sign, but it also has this second code point, a 0 with joiner, which is invisible, but it basically is not what it seems to be. So you have to pay attention. And if there's any name which has like this invisible characters, these joiners, then it will show a warning. So you should definitely pay attention to that when you are going to bid on names or buy some names. Well, then basically not much happened since, but I've been working on some pretty nice new features, and I was trying to complete it for today's presentation, but unfortunately, as always, it takes a bit more time to do it right than anticipated. But I rolled out, basically the goal is to make ShakeShift completely real time, like all the auctions, all the information, the bidding countdowns, it will all be updated in real time. And I'm 90% finished on that, but it's not completely done yet. And I decided not to release it as I wasn't sure it's all working correctly. But then one thing is like this infinite scroll mechanism. Like you don't have to switch between pages anymore, but you can just keep on scrolling and you will find all the auctions there. You can filter them if you like, but you don't have to switch between pages anymore. And it will also make sure that you are not missing any auctions if you go from page 1 to page 2 and so on. And the positions have shifted upwards, then it was always possible to miss some of the auctions. But this will not happen anymore. It will always continue after the last item you previously. It will just make sure nothing is missed. So I think that's a pretty nice stuff, pretty nice development. I hope you like it. And this is also, it will just take a few more days and then I can roll out some of the real-time features, like all the bits will show up in real time, and you can basically, it will give you a completely new handshake experience. This wasn't done before, and I hope you like it. I will announce it, of course, on Twitter, on the Twitter profile, so make sure to follow, so then you won't miss anything. One thing has already been completed. If you go to the transaction view, there's the confirmations and stuff that's related to this view. It will already be updated in real time. So as soon as a new block will come in, this will switch to two confirmations. But that was one of the easier views. But the complete real-time infrastructure, it's basically just a UI thing to get this done correctly and not have some unexpected results. A little bit more patience. And I hope you like it. And maybe you have some questions. Maybe Mike wants to join, or Anne, I don't know who's ready.
Hello. I don't know if you see the chat. There's lots of chat. Do you see the chats? It's not really questions, but everybody's thanking you, myself included, about your contributions. Do you see all that?
No, I was completely focused on my tab. I didn't see anything so far.
Yeah, there's tons of chat. I think you should scroll. I could read it, but like Faltrum saying like his favorite explorer. Actually, scrolling as people put chats, I post mine down to the bottom. But yeah, I think we all appreciate what you've done with this, and people are saying, like Namerative saying, information is well packaged, and regular updates are also helpful, and chat is saying it too. But yeah, as the chat just is pushing to the bottom as.
I don't know if there are any questions, but I
guess how can people are always asking about a banner? You do have sponsor slots. Is that how it works? I know you take donations too, right?
Yeah, it was like that. Jesse supported me last year before we even talked about having ads and stuff. And then we came back and we agreed to show this ad until the end of the year. I've basically removed it in today's update because it was taking a little bit too much space, and it looks a bit cleaner this way. But I'm looking to put something back up, but there's no clear way. Like I want to discuss with some people first who already asked if it was possible to put up a sponsored ad like it was before, and I will get back to that the next few days.
Okay. Great. Somebody's saying avoid ads, but at the same time, people do need to make some people knew these people are contributing their time and server. I think it was also the server. It's pretty expensive to host this. I don't know if you want to share that, but I think you tweeted about it. Maybe that's even where the conversation with Jesse came up.
I have to cover the server costs, which is about $300 per month. At the end of last year, that was a little bit difficult to cover. So I really appreciate the support from the community. There were several people who donated and who helped me to keep this going, which I really appreciate, like Andrew and Chick-Chuck and Mario, Broker, and a lot of other people also anonymously donated, and that was really helping.
Okay, looks like there's more people here wanting to contribute too.
You will find this little heart at the bottom. There you can find some donation links, and if you want to contribute, that's much appreciated.
Great. So we have some time for questions. I always have questions. I think we've adjusted the agenda a little bit, Anne told me, so we do have, I think, about 7 minutes left.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick overview of what I'm planning to do for the next year.
Yes,
so basically, please. Again, the next weeks will focus on getting these real-time features completely rolled out, like all the views and all that's what's still missing. And after that, I'm going to, something new. And this will be like user accounts where you can create your account and have like your watch list and manage portfolios and stuff like that. You can watch all the auctions you're interested in and get notified whenever there is a new bid and stuff like that. Also, yeah, you can watch other names that are not at auction and get notified if they expire or if anything happens, if they go to auction or stuff like that. You will get a notification via email or possibly other ways too. And I think one really nice feature, which I'm really looking forward to, is if you are managing your names or if you have like your wallets in your self-custody wallet, your Bob wallet, it allow you to export like an XPub key. And this XPub key you can then import into your ShakeShift account. And this basically allows me to show a complete breakdown, complete list of all your transactions, all the names you have in your wallet. Whenever there's a transaction, whenever you bid on some auctions, you can all see this in real time on ShakeShift too. So basically you can self-custody your names in Bob Wallet, but you can see everything that's going on, like which auctions you are currently participating in.
Yeah.
And if you're getting outbid or something like that, you can immediately react. And basically you will find all the information that Bob just can't show you because it needs like additional data, it needs a WebSocket and stuff like that. It will allow you to get a completely new Bob Wallet experience in combination with ShakeShift. So I'm really excited for that. So I hope I can finish at some point this year, probably towards the end of the year, because there's stuff like that I have to do before, and this is also a lot of work. But I'm really looking forward to that. So I think that's a good alternative to the custodial platforms we have right now. Like basically the best of both. Yeah.
Okay. I'm still, we're getting lots. I don't think you see it in the backstage, but there's lots of emojis. People respond like hearts and fires and stuff coming up on the attendee side. People clicking. But you're getting lots of great feedback. Yeah, I think a lot of us appreciate what you've built. I'm excited about this XPub thing. Yeah, like I hope people try to use all the different tools and platforms. And I know people, we have to use, I still think we should use centralized tools too, right? We should use both, but we should also, a lot of people just use decentralized tools, but you should definitely try to use Bob. What are some wallets you suggest people try? Maybe that's a good one. Bob. There is a Chrome extension. I have to still play with it, but somebody seemed to rebuild that a couple weeks ago, the Bob Chrome.
I think that's for this Rosenbridge integration that's coming soon. That's necessary for that. So really looking forward to that.
So then go ahead, serious.
Oh, please go
I guess
ahead.
I don't understand this XPub, but I guess it's not ready yet. But
basically,
it's like your public key, right, of your wallet.
It's basically like you have your private key, your seed phrase, and then you can export. Then you have this XPub key, which is basically the same without it will allow ShakeShift to get all the addresses you also generating in Bob Wallet and see which names you own, which bits you played and all that stuff, but it won't give me the option. It will not be able to spend from these addresses. So it's completely safe. Of course, you will give up. You will give up a little bit of privacy. So basically, it will allow me as the platform operator, or it will allow the platform or anyone you share the key with to derive all the addresses.
So actually, it's good for taxes. Like I think if somebody gets your XPub key, they don't get your money, but they can see all the wallets of your Bitcoin or your Handshake.
Yeah, they can see all. Basically, they have all your addresses, and then they can see your balance and everything that's going on in your wallet.
Because otherwise, because we have a lot of anybody's used Bob Wallet or a Bitcoin wallet, they have a huge list of addresses. But so each one of those would have its own balance and its own names. But your XPub basically is the parent of all of those, right? And it would then connect all of those through the XPub.
Correct. Yeah, of course, you have to, if you don't want to give up the privacy, then you can't use that feature. But it's completely up to you.
Because I like your top wallets feature there. I think some people try and guess who some of those wallets are, like Mario is chatting about it. But that's not XPubs, of course. So somebody could have more in like an XPub. But if you had an XPub, maybe you could see the aggregate. Because I've even talked to people asking me questions like on Bob, how do they send their accountant all the transactions or something, or all their balances? That would be XPub. But yeah. It's. How do you feel about Handshake yourself? Actually, I'm getting positive feedback from some OGs are coming DMing me saying they're surprised how many people are here and the activity happening.
I'm really excited, especially with this new AI naming with the agentic identities. That's really, in my opinion.
Yeah, it seems so obvious to me. But continue.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what you are going to present and the other guys who are
there's lots of crazy. But it does seem to make sense. I don't know if it was built for that, the founders, but it feels like it makes sense. It's like the agentic naming solution.
And the agents, they won't have the same difficulties the humans have with resolving Handshake. And I'm really looking forward to all the agents like putting up their auctions in Handshake and see all the stuff that's going on, like all the agents like bidding on the names and outbidding each other. That would be pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'm still playing with it. It's still so early. But yeah, I'm trying to have like agents be able to do these transactions and activities themselves. And it's happening. It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's really...
Yeah, I think we're at time
I'm
now.
getting pretty good vibes the last few months.
Yeah, it feels exciting. And of course, HandyCon gets some energy back in. Yeah, of course, people ask about Namebase. I don't think you know, right, Simon? But when it's back. But I think we got to wrap up. But we will have Namebase sharing in this HandyCon. Hopefully we'll get answers about when it's back. I know, of course, we all love Namebase. I noticed we're talking about decentralization, but this is...
No, it's perfectly fine. I didn't want to say if you use Bob Wallet, then you have to take care of all that stuff and make sure you don't lose your keys and don't get hacked and stuff like that. So it's perfectly valid to lose the other platforms. Like each has its own.
Actually, I don't know if you see, there's still amazing names on auction, right? Just so if people don't see that, look at your show some names that are out right now. Like maybe go to the top ones.
You can just keep on scrolling, and
there's so many good names, like English single names right now, like ending in the next 24 or 48 hours during HandyCon.
There's also a pretty nice single emoji
what are some other ones you're seeing? I'm looking too. It's amazing names.
Like this guitar.
Oh, wow. The single guitar. Yeah, so I'm saying people can't complain. I'm late to Handshake, blah, blah, blah. Like the good names are gone. That's not true. There's amazing stuff coming like all the time.
Yeah, there are so many still available. Like you just have to take your time and dig them up. I think we have to wrap up, and I don't.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting DMs on a bunch of channels. Okay, next session starting a few. Thanks again, Simon. Really, I think
you guys.
Got lots of good feedback in chats and emojis coming everywhere. So keep up the good work.
Thanks. Thank you, guys.
The 6th Handshake Conference, HandyCon White, Building the Sovereign Internet, wouldn't be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. Our platinum sponsors, Easy Domains, ShakeStation, Handshake Swap. Our gold sponsors, USwap. Our community sponsors, Handshake AU, Own the Dot, Namebase, GFAV IP Wallet. Powered by Sky Include. Thank you for believing in a decentralized future and empowering this community. Get your free ticket now at 2026.handycon.xyz